y'all? It is D.
And it's your girl, Chelsea.
And this is Postpartum Uncut. We know this is the safe space to talk about all the things that happen after we give birth. And some of it's not that cute. Speaking of not cute, today's topic is mom guilt. Ew.
Yeah, that's kind of hard to deal with.
It is because, honestly, we just sat here talking about it, and it's like a whole list. It's like, we could keep going. And then it's crazy because we also realize that it's, like, valid. So we're going to jump right into this real quick. We're going to start with Chelsea. Let's talk about what you feel guilty about. What's going on?
I think my number one thing that I feel guilty, I'm putting that in air quotes, about is having to go to work and leave her. Because I work 12-hour shifts. So really, when it comes time to like prepping for work, the drive to and from work, coming home from work, that's a good 14 hours actually that I'm away from her. And then now she's getting older, so she's kind of starting to piece things together. So when she sees my uniform or like my badge on, she's like,
legit on the way here, he was looking at me put on makeup and hopped on me and waved bye to daddy. I said, what?
Bye. Yeah, so I feel guilty, and I'm like, well, mommy has to go to work so she can buy you toys and, you know, put you in swim classes and save for your next birthday. Like, all this stuff, mommy has to go to work. So, yeah, I just feel guilty about something like that, even though it's necessary. Like, I have to go to work. So I have to keep a roof over our head.
Remember, everybody, Chelsea is a nurse. And if you don't know, most nurses, right? Or all nurses work 12-hour shifts?
Not all, but a good majority.
Okay, so 12 hours.
Especially if you do bedside nursing, most nurses work 12 hours. I mean, you have like nurses in doctors' offices, clinics, stuff like that.
Right.
Those are like 8 to 5
right.
hours. So it kind of just depends. But if you're in the hospital and you do bedside nursing, 9 times out of 10 is what you do.
Yeah, and then on top of that, Miss Thang always works the crazy shift, third shift,
night
right?
Shift.
Yeah. Like.
Yeah. And then I work a lot of overtime too, just because you never know. Saving for a rainy day.
No,
now
really
I have another person to be responsible for, so yeah.
I was wondering when we were going through our notes, like, is there a difference because she works like a longer shift than normal people work, like an 8-hour shift? But then I thought about it, I was like, is that even relevant to her brain because she's never had to work at 8? So does it matter?
I was thinking too, like, I think it would be harder if I worked 8-hour shifts, which means I have to work 5 days a week because then I have to leave her 5 days a week.
Right.
And then if I was working day shift, that'd be harder too because she's awake during the day. At least when I leave her, she only has a couple more hours awake time before she goes to bed. So I feel like it'd be worse. You
know, we did have this talk about the benefits of her, even though it is hard to get around at first when you're trying to make plans with her. Like, it actually works out really well. She's like, everyone's asleep. And we all waking up at the butt crack of dawn dealing with Karen on the phone on Monday at 9 a.m.
Well, everybody's not asleep. To the contrary, like, sometimes patients really do be cutting up at night, and you're like, bro, why are you awake?
It's 4 a.m. Go to sleep.
No, for real. But yeah. And I even thought about it in the future, like when she goes to school, I would get off work and probably be taking her to school, and then I'd be asleep during the day. Ooh. And she's actually at school. So I feel like that perk would be nice later on down the road.
Yeah, that takes the heaviness off of it.
Yeah. I think when I go on vacation, I feel bad for leaving her. And then to couple it off, like, say I left for vacation on Thursday, came back Sunday night, then I gotta be at work on Tuesday. I'm like, dang, that's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, most of Sunday. Had Monday here. Now I'm back at work, and my mom's keeping the baby. So once again, I'm still not spending the time I want to spend with her because now I gotta go back to work.
Right.
So it's like,
Darned if
That's
you do it,
mom guilt
darned
because
if
I
you
feel
don't.
like I haven't really spent time with her. But like I need the mental break
Yes.
so I don't lose it.
Yes.
I have to go to work because I gotta make money. So it's just like now either I'm a zombie to make sure I spend quality time with her, or we gotta like take a contact nap before I go to work.
Right.
Like something so that I can spend time with my baby.
No, let's talk about that real quick because that's the overarching. I feel like the commonality is we are always worried about the quality and how present we are. And like, so the quality of our time spent with our kids versus like how present we are, what they are going to remember about this moment. That's what we're always thinking about. And that's why we feel guilty, because we care. So that's cool. But I mean, we constantly, and that's what mom friends are for me, is we are in a group chat or just whoever I'm talking to is, girl, this week, take your bath, light some candles. That little reminder, encouragement, like, no, sit down before you made to sit down. And then you're not going to be helpful to nobody.
Because actually, this was funny. One of my phrases is you can't pour into other people's cups when yours is empty. But then on the contrary, I saw somebody post on Instagram. It was like that phrase I just said, but then it was like, but moms pour out of an empty cup all the time. We're always running on fumes, and we find a way to do it. I'm like, that part is true too. However, we don't want to be on fumes.
We don't need to be doing that. That's not the healthy way to do that.
Before we get to that point, because
So,
you're not being extra beneficial or 100% beneficial when you're running on fumes.
That's
when people snappy. That's when people make their kids cry and they didn't mean to. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's when you snapping on other people.
Because she don't.
Like, it's not really.
Because she don't.
I didn't think I said it like that. Oh, but you did. You know, because we're running on fumes.
No, seriously, that is one of mine. We talked about my hormones. We talked about, matter of fact, right now, they are spinning. It is a cocktail of hormones raging around in my body right now, and I have no control over the feelings. I have no control over my, like, what I amplify. Sometimes these, like, thoughts, I think in the period app it's like obsessive thoughts or whatever, but it's like constantly just reviewing things in your head, and like I can't stop. And what's worse off is, and it always happens like 2 or 3 days before the start of the cycle, is I have insomnia, which is ghetto. Moms and insomnia,
that doesn't go together.
That don't go together. And so look, I texted my therapist today about a separate issue, but she mentioned this thing called HALT. Hungry, angry, lonely, or tired. If any of those are true about your current state, you are not going to have a productive conversation with anybody. You are not going to have a productive day.
And that's actually, on the contrary, it's like, but moms are always tired.
Moms
so
are
what
always
is
tired.
the threshold or the cutoff point with these conversations? Because are there levels to tired? Because we're always tired. Really.
No, for me, and I have a blatant example today. What happened is I didn't get sleep. I had 3 hours of sleep Friday to Saturday, and I had 5 hours sleep Friday to Saturday, and I had 3 hours of sleep. But those didn't come until like 3 a.m., y'all. And he woke up on time at 6 a.m. on Saturday. Okay, so like, and I'm not napping. I'm not napping, Chelsea. What do I do when he naps? I do things. I don't sleep when the baby sleep. I read my book, but I never sleep when he sleeps. Not anymore, for sure. Because he get up, he run around, he can do stuff now. Anywho, my point is I couldn't control my frustration with my partner. I couldn't communicate how I felt, and it was so hard. Yeah. And I felt so bad because my feelings were valid, but the magnitude that I felt them was insane. Like, I woke up next morning like, it's still a thing, but I feel so tired from thinking about that. Like, I'm exhausted from my own self. So I feel guilty about that. I feel guilty about being tired and not having patience, and then therefore the way I speak to people I love or the way I show love is diminished or snippy, because it's not always like snippy. Sometimes it's on the other end and it's very like lazy is the simple word I'm gonna go for it. But we kind of like, you know, fall off on taking care of other people because we like, girl, I ain't taking care of myself. I need help getting my food. I didn't eat yesterday either. So like when she said that to me, I said, well, I was haughty. Because I ain't have none of that. I had all of them. I was hungry. I was angry. I felt a little lonely because I felt like I could not talk about what I was feeling. Halt.
I think another thing that I sometimes feel guilty about. So first of all, definitely blessed to have 2 families now.
Yes.
My family and his family.
Yes.
That everybody just always wants to see baby girl, always wants to see me, like wants us to come to like the family events, everything. And so it's a lot to juggle. Families are always, especially his family, like they're always doing something. Like I thought my family was like,
I'm like, your family's always doing something.
yeah, that's what I thought. But then I met them and I was like, oh wow, like they just have so many things going on, which is cool. Like they're a close-knit community too. And so we always get invited to everything. And so it's like balancing my family and his family. It sometimes can be a lot. You know, I look on my calendar and it's like every off day there's somebody's doing something. And sometimes I do be tired. Like, I be wanting to be like...
Can we talk about how crazy your calendar looks when you have a kid?
Whew, it's just...
Everything, every weekend?
It's actually stressful.
Yeah. No.
Yeah. But, I'm like, I sometimes want to text people like, I'm not going to make it today. But then I think in my head, I'm like, I try to support those that support me.
Yes.
/ baby girl.
Yes.
So I keep that in my head. And so I always end up, for the most part, finding some sort of energy to make it to the event, even if I don't stay the whole time.
Right,
or
like girl, you can show your face, say hi, give the hugs.
Here's a card, something, and then bounce, because it's tiring. It really is. But like I said, I always want to support those that support me and that's actually excited for me to be successful. So I'm like, let me.
The other thing about you as a friend, though, like you as a person, you're always like. She's the quality time person. So, and like, and that's great for a friend like me because she'll remind me to slow down. Like, no, girl, we need to take some time to sit here and have a pretty drink and be happy. And I'm like, you know what? You are right. Dang, Netta, you right. But when we talk about the family stuff, we don't know what moments we're going to get back with these people. And like for people like us that prayed for this, to be moms to these beautiful angels that we have, and then to have support on both sides.
The village.
That's a blessing. Oh, thank you. And then feel guilty because it's like, bro, I don't want to see nobody today. I don't want to talk to nobody. I'm tired, y'all. I will say that was my problem a lot. Season 1, when I was just like, ask before you come over. It's because I'm like, y'all are putting me in a hard position. I don't know how to explain to you that I'm not the person that you see right here. Y'all see this. I don't look like
and
this.
And that's the other thing. Having to explain, because then you feel like a bitch.
Yes.
That you too tired to do something, because then it sounds like you don't want to see. It's not that I don't want to see you. It's not personal. I'm tired.
Personally, it's my tone. Because if I don't calm down, I will say it. You know, I will say it exactly how I feel it.
Yeah.
And it may not be personal to you, but I'm angry. I said it angrily. I'm sad. I said it sad. You gonna know how I feel. I like,
which isn't always a bad thing. Like sometimes it is nice to communicate how you feel, because if you don't say it, they don't know.
Yes, so, and people always talk about I ain't a mind reader,
and they're not. So
it's just hard sometimes with this stuff. I feel like to because you don't even understand what's happening to you sometimes, I feel like. Or maybe, like, you don't even... Remember when I was like, you don't notice you have anxiety until after you had it? Like, maybe you don't even notice that you're like, dang. Because you'll look maybe a couple days later and be like, I was gone all week. I ain't seen my baby. Like, it's that stuff, too. Like, it's hard to say stuff in the moment sometimes.
Yeah, it is.
You don't want to make.
Because you don't want to be mean
You
or
don't.
sound mean when really, like I said, it's not personal. It has nothing to do with you as a person. It's not that I don't want to see you or spend time with you.
My
It's just
brain is
today.
fried.
It's not that day. It's today.
Yeah.
That's why I'm big on too. Like for example, her goddad and his wife hit me up to be like, hey, can we spend time with blah blah blah. Well, at the time, she was teething and she was running a fever and she was constipated, so I had to cancel on them. I felt bad, but I was like, this is not the state for her to
You
be
don't want
having
her
some company
right now. Like, you don't even want this energy right now. You want the happy baby. You ain't gonna get her today.
But, and, a couple weeks later, I threw out a date like, hey, I know I canceled on y'all, a couple weeks ago, but what are you guys doing this weekend? Because I feel like that's important. Like, you're always going to cancel on somebody at some point. Mm-hmm. But what gets on my nerves about other people is when they cancel all willy-nilly, but then don't offer
to follow up
with like, okay, well, I know we can't do this, and I know we had these dates planned, but how about maybe like, August 15th? Like at least let me know you still wanted to do it. It's just, this ain't the day anymore.
Right.
So, because that's when it feels like you don't care.
It does. I am learning from my healing journey that all of us Sagittarians that don't respond to text messages. Now look, I'm a mom now, so that's a whole different reason. And I am actually way better at it now, so bump y'all. But like,
you are.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I am trying so hard. Look, no response is absolutely a response, and sometimes it's a hurtful one. Mm-hmm. And I hurt a lot of people's feelings by doing that, and I'm realizing that. So I really do try to be conscious of, I can't do this today. But I can tell you when I will have the capacity to think about. I try to give whatever I can give you in that moment. And if I can't give nothing, my brain is fried. Please text me. If I don't text you in 7 days, text me. Because I promise I'm not trying to.
And I think that it's not personal to you, but I think people sometimes in their head doesn't really realize the magnitude of a no response.
No, we don't. Like, no. Sometimes if it's not big to us.
Yeah, and especially if it's a communicator that you don't respond to, we're kind of looking at like, so are you ignoring me, bro? And the other people will be like, I just, it's just literally, I didn't have the mental capacity to do X, Y, Z. Well, we take it a whole nother, unless we know you, we take it like a whole nother level, like.
And even if you know, cause I'm here for the healing, right? And I don't ever want to sound like I'm this way, da 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 da. We are always here to be growing and elevating. I need people to tell me when I do. My best friends, we are very honest about our feelings, and my friends remind me that I have safe spaces to be honest. I be holding back, and they be like, why you ain't just say that? And I be like, because I was gonna sound like, I don't want to talk to you like that. Well, sometimes you need to just say it and just get it
out your shit.
Yeah, and then I can figure out what to do with that later, because why are they my friends? Because they ignore my tone. So why am I worried about my tone? Because I love you. But you see how this works? Like, so at the end of the day, no communication over anything. The advice that I gave the last person that I talked to, I said, look, it's okay to say I don't know what to say. It's okay.
Or I need some time to think about.
I need some time is great.
I need some time to process what you just said.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you don't know how to respond to people. You be like,
Yeah. Which, moms, we need to be okay with saying what we need.
Yeah.
Because I feel guilty asking for what I need too.
Yeah. That's another thing.
Yeah.
Feeling guilty for asking for what you need. I feel like that's something that's probably like extra personal to you too.
Well, I don't ask for help, y'all. Having a tribe is new to me. And I don't mean that to my tribe. What's up, baby kid? I don't mean that personally to my close friend group that I call my tribe. I mean like a tribe, a community, a family that if we bought several houses would be its own township, and we would trade goods and services. Yes. Like, I'm so serious. That's what this feels like. And I know you know what I mean, because that's your life too. Both sides be involved. And I don't have that on my side at all. Like, it's completely opposite. So it's new for me to just be vulnerable to randos. It's randos in my head. I love y'all. But like, there's only a handful of people that have seen the 90% of the 100% of me, whereas like family, especially when you have a kid with someone, they don't have as many years as the other people to know you, and you're evolving. So what version of you did you meet me at? Like, it's a lot for me. Being vulnerable to people that the closeness is relative, right? I can be close to you and relate to you in certain things, but my riders, I don't gotta say nothing, and I like it. I like it because they be like, I know how you feel. You feel this way. You feel. Thank you for not making me say it. Yeah. Asking for what I need has been a learning experience during motherhood, because if I don't say it, then it don't get done sometimes, and then I'm scrambled eggs for brains. So mom guilt for asking for what you need. You guys, we can't do that anymore. We can't feel guilty about that. Vacations are necessary.
Yeah.
Time away from your kids is necessary. My other one was screen time.
Ooh, that's a good one.
And I am an educator. I have worked with small children for a while. I have a brother who is autistic, and he is 25 years old.
Oh my gosh, time has flown.
I had to say that because I had to think about it.
Wild.
25 years old. So a lot of the social issues that are going on really touch home, and a lot of the buzz about screen time and da-da-da-da and what's good for our kids and what's not. Let me tell you something. I go off of experience. My brother learned so much language from Steve on Blue's Clues, Dora the Explorer, because now he know a little Spanish. Like, that's what he grew up on, and he would watch them movies over and 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 over again. If you have anybody in your life that's autistic, you know what I just said, okay? So I personally don't think screen time is the devil like a lot of really dramatic people will think, but I do think that, one, moderation, yes, because I do think we're a little overzealous with our phones now, especially with content creation and all that. We take our phones out a lot more than we should.
Quick little side note on the phone, you just made me think about that.
What?
Baby girl loves cell phones. Like,
Yeah.
It's just crazy. And first trip I took with her out of town, we was literally waiting to get off the plane, and she had my phone, and so I took my phone back. She literally threw a fit on the plane, and I was just like...
And then you're battling, do I give it back to her, or do I prove my point? Because what are you doing?
Everybody was staring too, like literally everybody was just like...
What you gonna do?
So the first time I said, hey, relax. So I gave her the phone, and she got quiet. But then it was time to go for real. And she took my phone again. She literally, like, wasn't having it on the plane again. So that time I didn't give it back. I'm like, look.
And she's a baby. Y'all can
games.
Look at me all you want to.
We're not playing those games.
Make a fun. Sing a song to her while you at it.
You will be okay.
You will be okay.
So at that point, I was like, okay, you just gonna have to cry this out because mommy's not giving the phone back. We're not gonna start that at this age.
It's so funny because I do not give him my phone like that, and you know he's so cute to all the especially the aunties and the girl cousins. They be like, oh my god, and he eat it up, and he be in their face, and he bamboozle them out of their phone, and then he drop it, and I look at them and I be like, you have never seen me give him my phone, so that's your fault. Because they be like, well, here, I'm like, if you give it back, he will drop it again. Now, whether they listen to me after that, I don't know, but I be like, whatever happened with whatever you give him, that's you teaching him that, not me.
So have you ever like done screen time out of convenience for you?
That is what I don't like. I feel very guilty doing that. Yeah. Yes, I have. The only time, because it's like,
to answer your question,
yes, I have, and I felt incredibly guilty about it. So I had to make rules for myself so that it made sense to me. Because we talked about screen time with no intention and no like purpose, right? Because the people, like I just named Steve, we learned a lot of things from Blue's Clues. Mad respect to Steve, go watch the podcast. But Dora, she teaches Spanish and English and problem solving. Like, we know why we watched what we watched, right? Okay. So putting something on and walking away just to make them be quiet or to get them out of your face is what bothers me. It's like, first, I always look for a toy or another distraction. Then I'm like, okay, well, if we have to use screen time, we're going to have some intention. So one of the things that he watches is this guy named Mr. Boom Boom. He teaches music. Because of the drums, And my son took,
Mr. Boom Boom.
Yes, it's called Mr. Boom Boom's Music Room. And
they're even rhyme.
Yeah, it's really cute. Actually, I highly recommend it for any kid. We noticed that he took to instruments and music. Like, he's very responsive to that. More so than he is to you just, like, talking at him about letters and things. He learns through song a lot faster. And sometimes Jordan did, too, my brother. Singing and all of that makes it more engaging, and the pitch of your voice and all that. So the things that I watch are based off of what I know as an educator to children and what I feel like it will do for him and how it stimulates him. Sometimes he likes to watch Blippi and Mika because he watches them do science experiments, which is engaging for him. I don't know what he'll pick up on eventually, but it'll teach him how to play with things and wonder how things work. And Mika teaches like dance classes and painting. She explores activities. And so it gets him talking about, hey, I know what that is. That's a paintbrush. He knows a lot of words. I can ask him where something is or what is this, and he'll point to it. What we're working on now is the actual speech, right? But like, honestly, it's like breaking the glass to a fire hydrant for me. We're at a dinner table at a restaurant. That's the only time you will see me pull my phone out of desperation. That is my screen time for distraction, is the restaurant, because I'm relaxing too.
And then you're trying not to disturb everybody else.
And I don't want to be that person ruining everybody's meal either. So yeah, especially because, I mean, the crayon coloring sheet thing doesn't seem to be the thing nowadays. I don't know. His dad likes to do that with him, but, I fold him up. You ain't been out with me yet. Anywhere they got a kids menu, I'll fold it up and make a paper hat. So he don't even get that menu. But that's my screen time. Like, I know for a fact I'm doing exactly what I hate doing, but I don't feel guilty about it because I know why I'm doing it. You gonna sit here and watch Miss Rachel till your chicken nuggets come, buddy. Yep. But like at home, washing the dishes, in our routine video, you have a little something on in the background while you got something done real quick, and then we move on with our day. Yeah, it's time blocks. It's like being acknowledging, and then watch that stuff with them, man. Miss Rachel is designed to be watched with, so you can play with your kids and be the one teaching them, not her. But it works so well that if you do leave her with your kid, they learn something. But she has little notes on the screen that are like, pick up a fire truck and show them the thing. That's brilliant. You're teaching parents how to educate their children. I love Miss Rachel. You ain't about to tell me nothing about Miss Rachel. Hey, Miss Rachel, we love you. People be hating on Miss Rachel. Just a couple of people we watch. I'm Blippi and Mika, Miss Rachel, Mr. Boom Boom's Music Room, Miss Tabitha, Tab Time. We love Auntie Vibes. Okay, what y'all watch? What else?
That's actually screen time. I really didn't put baby girl in front of
you said that,
like, at all. Like, she probably was a little over 1 before we just actually had sit down screen time.
I think that's great.
Because people are like, oh, so what is she into? Nothing. Because I don't really promote screen time. I'm not saying anything bad about it, but I was like, let me try this.
No, that's your choice.
This way. And so, but now she likes Bluey a lot.
Oh, Bluey was it. Yeah.
What's the shark one?
The baby shark.
Baby shark.
Yeah.
Baby shark. And so
that's
I
cute.
tried that one because she had an audiology appointment. They want to make sure her hearing was cool. Because anytime you have a preemie baby, you have extra appointments throughout the year.
I didn't realize that, but when you said that, everybody I know had a preemie.
Yeah.
Didn't realize that was that pattern. I didn't know that.
Yeah. So she had one, I think she had a couple in the NICU, and then she had one like at a year
Mm-hmm.
and I think we scheduled another one for like 2.
Mm-hmm.
But at the first one, she was singing the Baby Shark song, and I was like, oh. So she actually responded to it, like she kind of was like fooling with it, like, oh,
Doing her little bop.
yeah.
Did
So,
she do her hand?
no.
Oh.
She hated that. But she was kind of fooling with the song a little bit. So I was like, oh, okay. So we started introducing that. So Baby Shark and Bluey is probably the 2. Miss Rachel is on the list next to kind of integrate into it. But yeah, she just be sitting there like.
Y'all know how it starts with Bluey, because Bluey is that theme song. Mm-hmm. So he heard it. It comes on Hulu in the morning. Mm-hmm. So when I need to like make the bottle, I use theme songs for my time to go make a bottle, because he on me. He will, and now he know how to get up the bed, so I be racing against time. Mm-hmm. Now I have to use SVU because that's got a long enough theme song. Bluey ain't long enough.
And it's actually funny because she's really like smart when it comes to TV. Like she's not a theme song person, but like she knows when the TV has like, it'll like, you know how the TV's just on in the background, and then you're actually watching anything, it'll like pause. Like, are you still there? And she knows I don't hear anything.
Where my show at?
Look at the TV. Then she'll actually start crying because the TV isn't like making any sound.
Oh.
So it's like,
so maybe she does like the background noise of it all.
She does.
Cause you see how I said theme song? Cause my son hears bum 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 bum. Mind y'all, that was my show during pregnancy, so it's just in him. Okay, leave it alone. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. It's my favorite thing for him to fall asleep to. He'd just be staring at Olivia, and then he'd be like. But the theme song be the thing. I have to turn the theme song off when he's asleep now, y'all. He hear bum bum, is over with. Or no, now it's even worse because, like you said, they're being more cognitive and like understanding.
Yeah.
In a criminal justice system, his eyes literally go.
That literally is a deep voice.
Yeah, he knows. So yeah, screen time is like iffy. So like, that's how I remedy it, and that's what I want to talk about real quick. What do you do to remedy the guilt? So screen time is, for me, managing what we're watching with intention, all of that. We got vacations and going to work. How do we feel better about the guilt? How do we get ourselves out of feeling guilty for that?
I think it's like on the back end of it, like when I have to buy her something, like not saying like a toy, but like it's just anything like her daily vitamins, new clothes because she's outgrown everything. It's rewarding to know that I can afford to do it.
Right.
I'm not struggling or like I'm having to pick like, okay, I'm gonna have to wait till next pay period to get X, Y, Z. Like whatever I need, I'm in a position to get it when I need it, and that's because I clocked them hours.
Right.
So
I know that. Yeah. When you see it pay off, I guess when you see the benefits, that's
yeah.
What do you do?
Just when I come to the door, she's always like, she hears the garage door, and so she knows that that's me.
Yeah. So
she'll be sitting there in her high chair because that's when she's getting breakfast when I'm coming home, and so when I walk in, her head is always like this, and then my mom always says, "I think that's mommy. It's mommy. Mommy's here."
Shout out to your mom, because that's what I would say every time. So. My child's father, we all know that he's the one working right now, right? Mm-hmm. So he feels the way she feels. Mm-hmm. And when I say he gone, like the other day I saw him for 45 minutes because he had rehearsal afterwards. But he feels guilty. So what we've started doing now is like, we always say goodbye to daddy. He loves watching him out the window in his little diaper. Dada! He yells. We open it.
Cute.
They wave at each. I like make it a thing. It's so annoying. He's so heavy now. It hurts my back. We stand on the window. So whatever. My point is, I go out of my way to make that happen because I know he feels guilty and he can't. If there's a way I can help the experience, and it's kind of cool because he's cool with him leaving now. Like he doesn't make a big deal out of it. He's like, okay, bye, Dada.
Fist bump through the glass.
Yeah, like, no, for real.
That's actually funny. Like, on the same tip, though, with her dad being out of town, same thing, like, because he's like an hour ahead. Ooh. So, basically, if it's 8 o'clock his time, it's 7 o'clock my time.
Right.
And so, he'll be calling, like, in between meetings or, like, really early in the morning, and I've been like, this, he's like, you know, is this a good time to FaceTime baby girl? Sometimes it's not. Sometimes I have crust in my eyes, but I'm like, okay, let me go wash my face real quick so I can set up the iPad.
Like, give me 5 minutes.
You know, like, put this up here. And then,
sure.
Yeah, one time I had got off work and he had sent a package for her, and I was like, okay, I'm tired. I was like, but let me FaceTime him in real time so he could open up the package with her.
I thought you were just going to open the package with her and send a video. But to go as far as to FaceTime him, I feel like is good. That's good.
Thank you.
Good job.
I wanted him to be a part of, like, feeling like he gave it to her. So
well, and like because it's long distance for them, that's something like you said in real time that they get to have. That's really cute.
Thank you.
That's cute.
Thank you.
Shout out to y'all. Like, think about that stuff, guys. Like, I think that stuff does go a long way, and I think the people that get the back end, the receiving end of that, really do appreciate that. Even the thought. Sometimes it don't work out. Sometimes I do miss him. Sometimes I don't make it to the window. Sometimes his daddy take a long time.
Are you sending a text message, bro? For you, like, did you have a phone
No,
call?
did you go back in the bathroom? Like, and can you tell me when you about to? Now I've gotten pretty good about being able to hear the door. So I can like, but busybody, if he leave, I ain't chasing. All right. But anywho, okay, so.
real quick, too, another thing that just popped in my head with the vacation when you brought that up. Another thing that makes it okay or better is when people comment like, I see you, mom, I see you living your best life,
Guys.
mom, go, mom, because like you're acknowledging that mommies need breaks too, and
you know what? That's us. That's the mom squad. All my mom friends be like, now that we're all here, because like when I see new moms that are breastfeeding, I be cheering them on. I be like, yeah, 4 ounces, because that y'all some soldiers. Shout out to Cuz, who's 11 months in.
Nice.
11.
Nice.
She had the mom cozy pump, and I was like, see, I need to get one of those. She had it on her TikTok.
Did she have the portable one like I had?
She was at work looking like you. Yeah, it was very reminiscent. And somebody on TikTok show was like, what pump is that? I was like, and sure enough, the show was that mom cozy. The last thing we talked about was like when we make people feel bad or hurt our kid or our partner. I said my partner too. Like when we react off of our lack of sleep, our anger, our irritability, and then hurt their little feelings. That little lip gets to going out. I melt. But I have to teach him that he's not always going to get his way. I do have to teach him when an adult says don't touch that, it's not necessarily because I want to tell you what to do. You know, I've learned that you got to start telling them like, no, it's hot. No, that hurts. Or no for babies. Like whatever you got to say with an explanation, because they need an explanation. Why I can't do it.
Baby girl really don't cry, but she'll be like, she has really bad. It's like bath time. She tries to touch the faucet and adjust the temperature. I'm like, you're gonna burn yourself. Like, stop. No.
Do you feel bad when you do?
No.
You know when we get into the F around and find out mood, you feel bad about that? Because sometimes I do. Sometimes I do, and sometimes I don't. Because I'm
like, to that point, really. Because I will have a little bass in my voice. I should know. Like, that's what I do.
That's your
fault. Or like I do, like if she's touching something and I like the trash can, she always wants to play in the trash can.
Oh yeah. And
so like what I'll do is I'll like stomp my feet real loud as I'm walking up to her to like
that's cute.
I said like you know how kids be robots, they see you coming. That's what I'm trying to train her to be like. You saw I said no the first time. Now I'm walking up on you. I want her to don't even take it any further.
He's so bad too because he'll like I'll do the same thing. He'll be like.
Yeah.
Or be like, you said no, boy. Now an electrical socket, I can't let him F around and find out, obviously. But with a boy climbing on furniture and all that, nah, you gonna find out because I ain't got time for you. Like you know how our windowsills are, the lower ones in the living room. He'll sit on those, but he was too short at the time with the little legs, so we would be like, we told you 3 times, get off of that. And he's still trying to, he convinced. You can't tell my son nothing. And I can't get mad about it either because where you get it from, right? But like, he fell. Oh, did that hurt?
You got the boo-boo now.
Do you need a hug? Like, because you know what? Learn. I'm going to give you space to learn. But like, sometimes I do have to hurt your little feelings. And then afterwards, I give him a hug. And we sit here. I don't change my voice. I don't change my posture. I make it very clear. I can comfort you, but you're not going to play me. I just said no. Should have listened the first time.
Yep, pretty much.
The first time you get the nice version of me. So that's your fault. You chose wrong. Let's remind ourselves that, especially on our first kid, that we're new to this. If it's your first baby, you're new. You just got here. Take a beat. For people like me that don't do well with guilt or shame, or can get lost in this mistake that I made or something I did that I'd prefer to do differently next time. Sometimes that we get so stuck in our like, it's like we're trying to pay penance. Like, we know we effed up, or we know that we did something, and so we're trying to like give the proper amount of shame or something to it to show accountability, maybe. I don't know, but like, get out of that. Get out of it. You made a mistake, or you didn't do that well today. You can start over tomorrow.
Try again.
Yes, like, just go to bed and try to be better tomorrow.
Restart button.
Yeah, like, it don't gotta be a thing. It don't. What's your word of advice to leave them with, Chels?
It's okay to take care of you.
Yes.
I'm sorry. Yeah, you feel guilty about leaving your baby 3 or 4 nights. Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
But once again, you cannot pour into other people's cup if yours is depleted. You were a person before you had a baby. Yes.
And you're still a person after.
And you're still a person now. So sometimes a vacation is necessary.
And remember that because we're human, we have feelings. So we have to lean into them. We have to listen to them. We have to hear what they are, where they come from, and why we feel them. And then we have to figure out what we're going to do with them. That's it. That's it.
So what questions and comments?
What should be our No, let's do this. Like, what y'all feel guilty about? Let's just have an honest conversation. We said a lot of them. Is it screen time? Is it I feel guilty because my kid get on my nerves? I feel guilty because my kid get on my nerves.
I think another thing too that people feel guilty about is like not making time for their significant other, for like, you know,
that is an episode.
That type of activity.
That's a whole episode.
Or just like a date night. You're just tired, and like maybe the other person isn't as tired or whatever the situation is. Like,
choosing between spending quality time with your kid, taking care of your partner, or cleaning your house. Taking a nap, in your case, cleaning your house. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
And I say that because you work. I said that specifically for the working part of that. Yeah, guys, let's talk about what we feel guilty about. Hey, dads, because I've learned some dads are interested in the podcast. Let's start the conversation. Let's go. What do y'all feel guilty about? What do the dads feel guilty about? Does anyone ask you? Love y'all. We'll see y'all next time.
Bye.